I landed the EAS Guide 2005 here, and welcome to my live stream. As you can see, all my radios are all set up, and as you can see by the title, this will be my last required weekly test for this year, since I live in Birmingham, and this will be the last required weekly test for Birmingham, Alabama, KIH54, since I live here. And by the way, I would like to say thank you for the support, and I would like to thanks for 2,000 subscribers once again. And I actually reached 2K since a month ago. And by the way, I hope you guys enjoy watching this live stream, and the test should be starting in just about 2 minutes. So, yeah, we only got 2 minutes. And don't forget, this test starts around 11 a.m. And by the way, KIH54 was the only station I have listened to since a long time ago. And it's been a great time since I have listened to the KIH54 listening area. As you can see, National Weather Service Birmingham. Since I've listened to it a long time. And ever since I've catched a lot of warnings, I've catched so many severe weather warnings. And anyway, this is my final message to Birmingham. Birmingham, it has been a great time listening to your no weather radio station. It's been a long time, ever since I have lived here and I grew up here. And I want to say, you got a lot of thunderstorms, and you have been catching a lot of thunderstorms. But anyway, this is the last weekly test, so let's enjoy it. And here we go.
Winds around 5 miles per hour. Friday. Chance of thunderstorms in the morning, and thunderstorms likely in the afternoon.
We're almost ready.
Highs in the upper 80s.
We're getting ready for the last required weekly test. Again, the reason it's the last one is because I'm moving to Anchorage on May 28th, which is Friday. Here we go, 11 a.m. Here we go.
20% chance of thunderstorms. Highs in the lower 80s.
All right, we're ready.
Saturday night. Mostly cloudy in the evening and morning. Lows in the upper 50s. Sunday, mostly sunny. Highs in the lower 80s.
Here we go.
Sunday
Hello.
night, mostly clear.
All right, we're ready.
Lows around 60.
We're ready.
Memorial Day, partly cloudy.
We're ready.
Highs in the mid 80s. Monday night,
Here we
partly
go.
cloudy in the evening, then becoming mostly cloudy. Lows in the mid 60s.
Should be starting.
Tuesday, partly cloudy with a 20% chance of thunderstorms.
Should be starting.
Highs in the upper 80s.
Come on.
The current time is 11 a.m. Central Daylight Time. These are the 10 a.m. observations for the local
Is it
area
gonna start?
on Wednesday, May 26th.
Is it gonna start?
In Birmingham, it was mostly sunny.
Wait for the last
The
one.
temperature was 81 degrees with a dew point of 58 degrees. The relative humidity was 45%. The wind was southwest at 9 miles an hour. The pressure was...
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. KH54 listening area.
This is a test of the during potentially dangerous weather situations. Specially built receivers are automatically activated to warn of the impending hazard. Tests are normally conducted by the National Weather Service every Wednesday and Saturday between 10 a.m. and 12 noon. When there is a threat of severe weather in the area, the test is postponed until the first good day. Reception of this broadcast and the warning alarm will vary from place to place. This variability, normally more noticeable at greater distances from the transmitter, will occur even though you are using a good quality receiver in perfect working order. The warning alarm will be activated for severe thunderstorm, tornado, and flash flood watches, and for severe weather warnings affecting the following counties in the KIH54 listening area: Bibb, Blunt, Chilton, Coosa, Jefferson, Shelby, St. Clair, Tuscaloosa, and Walker. This has been a test of the NOAA weather radio warning device. We now return to normal programming.
And there you have it.
These are the 10 a.m. observations for the local area on Wednesday, May 26th.
And there you have it.
Birmingham, it was
That is my final weekly test. Wow. Finally, that was all. Now I am officially done working as a National Weather Service Birmingham storm chaser. And it's been a great time listening to KIH54. If you guys haven't heard, this was the last weekly test I have actually live streamed on. If y'all haven't heard. Again, if you want to know why this is the last weekly test. Again, the reason I call it the last weekly test is because I'm moving to Anchorage, Alaska, as you already heard. And I am actually moving to Anchorage on Friday, which is around May 28th. I don't know what time my flight starts, but I'll see about that. And I'm not so sure if I'm, this radio went off, but it started to not work. And you see, look, it's messed up again. And even though it was on, but it's messed up. I don't know what's wrong with this, but, so yeah, that was the weekly test. Okay, again, am I going out on a holiday? Well, I'm actually not going out on a holiday, but I'm actually moving on May 28th, and that's during the summer. But however, on Thanksgiving, I'll be coming back to Alabama to see my cousins around Thanksgiving break. And then on December, which is around like Christmas, I'll be going to Germany just to see my brother and my sister-in-law. So yeah, guys. So yep. Weekly test. I hope you guys enjoyed it. That was my last ever weekly test of KIH54. 3 days till I moved to Anchorage. And anyways, guys, I would like to say thank you for enjoying watching the stream. I'm not going to end the stream yet, but I will end in just a few minutes. But if you enjoyed this, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And by the way, it has been about 3 years since I lived in Birmingham. I meant to say that I have been listening to the station. Like, I've been listening to KIH54 since 3 years, ever since I got my first NOAA weather radio. The only NOAA weather radio I first had was a Midland WR100, and that is what my brother Joe got me as a gift. And thanks to him, but those are all the radios I've had. I am actually not going to bring those because I'm actually donating these because this one, for some reason, this volume is just messing it up for a reason. I'm also not going to bring this because I'm afraid it's going to get so loud because I'm afraid some people in Alaska might get mad at me since I'm going to be in the apartment because nobody wants to hear it. I am not so sure if I'm going to bring this because this somehow, it went off, but look. It went off, but when it got off, it messed up a little bit. I don't know what's wrong with this, but it's really loud. But anyway, this one went off. I'm very glad. This one also went off. This one too, and so does this one. I will be bringing all of these, especially this, since I love this. And, but yeah, crap, I forgot to turn this thing on. Oh well. But anyways, guys, the only Alaska weather radio station I'll be listening to is KIH43, which is in Anchorage. And Anchorage is in the south towards the coast. Alertworks aren't always trust, of course, because Alertworks isn't so bad. I don't know why this keeps happening. Because somehow if you're gonna help me, I already got the thing on right here. But somehow when it got off, it sometimes it doesn't even show the NOAA logo. It's kind of weird. It must have been gone broken. But anyway, where was I? Okay, so yeah, KIH43 in Anchorage, Alaska. Because Anchorage is a big city and it's really cool. I actually visit there since during spring break. But during Alaska, it will be different. The temperatures are going to be highs in the 60s and lows to the 40s. And here in Birmingham, since I live here, it's going to be at the 90s, sometimes towards the 70s and 60s, because it's been getting very, very hot. and I'm not gonna lie, but it's been very, very hot. So, but I promise I will protect myself during the winter and the colds because it'll get so cold in Alaska. And during the winter, it gets around below zero, which it gets really, really cold. And it's been getting very cold. I remember during spring break, I was under 1 below zero, and it's got very, very cold. But yeah, so, well, it's been a great time listening to KIH54, Birmingham, Alabama. It's been a great time listening to this station. But, so yeah, if you're gonna ask me how long I'm gonna be in Alaska, well, I am gonna live in Alaska for 3 years, and I'm actually gonna live here for 3 years until I graduate. And I already finished my freshman year in Alabama, and I'm about to go to sophomore in Alaska. And I'm only gonna live in the southeast of Alaska since I'm only gonna be around a few miles away from Anchorage, but it's only going to be in the apartment that I'm going to be at. And also, I'm also wanting to get a job at McDonald's at Alaska since Alaska has a lot of McDonald's. Barrow, if you guys don't know, Barrow, it's on the north. They don't have McDonald's. It's strange because Barrow is like a small town. 5,000 people live there. And okay, what else? I'm also hoping to get my permit. I'm also hoping to get my permit tomorrow in case if I get a good grade, and I'm hoping to get a car. But I'm not sure which car because I did my best trying to find one on Craigslist, but every time I see it disappeared, it always gets sold. But so yeah, and also if you haven't heard from SPC Mobile 2006, if you guys saw his video, why not check his channel? But he is officially moving to Pascagoula, which is in Mississippi, if you haven't heard. He is officially moving to Mississippi on the 28th, and as for me, like I said, I'm moving to Anchorage, and it's going to be a fun day living in Anchorage. So, but anyway, and what else? And I'm also hoping to catch some warnings, and I'm hoping that I don't get hit by an earthquake, because Alaska has an earthquake before. And my dad was under an earthquake, but it was not a big one. It was like a 5.4 earthquake. Okay, guys. So, if you want to ask me some questions, go ahead. I would love to hear some questions from y'all. And remember, no inappropriate questions or any personal questions. Thank you. But anyway. Oh, yeah, and I also forgot to mention that I will be bringing this and these to Alaska. Alright, so go ahead, ask me some questions. Again, no inappropriate questions and no personal questions. Yeah, well, here it is. Well, this thing's moving a little slow. Require a weekly test. Can you get an HH54B? An HH54B? Are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about the. Oh my God, an HH54B? I don't know which one you're talking about. Is it a Minland? Well, this is my HH50B. This one is a Minland. Are you talking? Wait, is it like an AM/FM radio or whatever that is? I have no clue what that is. I just don't remember. I don't pay attention. What's your opinion on Adrian this year 2005? He rocks. He's the best user. Adrian is here 2005. He's the best user. And by the way, oh yeah, I go to New York when it's my 15th birthday because I was born in New York. Oh, that's cool. Is it a Minland handheld? Oh, a Minland handheld. Oh, I know what you're talking about. I am not so sure if I'm gonna get one, but I have seen one on Craigslist. That's the one from Springville. It's like $19, but I don't have enough money. But I may earn some money, but I may not get a chance to get that. But, I mean, it's still on Craigslist. The one in Birmingham, it's still on Craigslist. Okay, let me look in the comments section. Hold on. What's your thoughts on New York? New York is, I mean, it's a nice city. It's really big. It's a nice city. Birmingham is like it's a big city because I live in the south of Birmingham. Anchorage is a big city since I'm gonna live here for the 3 years. I'm currently on Scratch ATM. Huh. Okay. Okay. I'll get y'all's questions in just a few seconds, so hold on. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you the names of the radios that I have. What's your opinion on Hoodie Cube? He's great. But anyway, this one is a Midland 12521. I got this back in December 27th, which was before New Year's Eve began. And I got this from a thrift store around like $4. This one is a Midland WR120. This cost around $3. What's up, SB Animate? Welcome to my live stream. Your first time being here. If you guys did not see what I did, I officially recorded my last weekly test. If you guys missed it, I'm sorry if you're late, but no worries. When it comes to an end, you may want to see it, and it may be uploaded in just for a while. It may take a while for it to upload. Anyway, this one is a Midland WR120. I got this since like a year or two, and it cost around like $3, and I got that. This one is a Midland Model 74200. I actually got this a few months ago while I got my new computer. Sadly, my computer does not work anymore because it keeps freezing and keeps lagging. This one is I am not good remembering the name of it. This is a 12251, a Radio Shack 12251 weather radio. I had this around a year ago, which is a long time since I had it. You can ask me any questions if you want to. I know you're having a hard time asking questions if you can't remember. How long to love in Alaska? I mean, I'm gonna like Alaska because Alaska is gonna be the best state I'm gonna live. And my goal is that I'm hoping to visit Fairbanks one day because Fairbanks is in the central of Alaska. Anyway, this is the AlertWorks ER10. I used to have one. If you guys haven't seen my video from a year or two, I used to have one which it didn't have an antenna, but I lost it, and now I finally got this. But somehow this one is having a problem. I don't know what's wrong with this thing. I shouldn't have bought it if it had a problem, but whatever. And this one right here, this is a Maxon WX3. Is there a Chick-fil-A in Alaska? No, there is not a Chick-fil-A in Alaska. Because one time when I was in Alaska since spring break in the snow and the cold, I did not see any Chick-fil-A. I wish there was, but there's not any Chick-fil-A. Not any restaurants in Alaska have the same ones like in North America, but sometimes Alaska doesn't even have the same, they do have the same American foods, but sometimes a little different. Is there a Burger King in Alaska? Yes, there is a Burger King in Alaska, and like I said, there is a McDonald's, but there is one in there. Anyway, so yeah, this is a Maxon. Oh shoot! Oh no! Oh, sorry about that, guys. My radio almost fell off. My bad. Anyway, this is a Maxon WX3, and I had this since like a year ago. What's your thoughts on Among Us? I mean, I have no thoughts on Among Us. I'm not a huge fan of Among Us, but I don't even play that game. Wendy's, I don't think Alaska has Wendy's, but so yeah. But it's gonna be fun. What's your opinion on Friday Night Funkin'? Friday Night Funkin' is the best game. I never played that game, but I'm hoping to play that game someday. Hoping when I get my new computer, I may play that game. Sorry, I had this a year ago. And then, last but not least, this one is a Radio Shack. Oh my god. I'm so sorry, I got so many things next to my TV. This one I have is a Radio Shack 12250. I had this since like a year. This one sometimes keeps having problems because the volume, whenever I turn this up and get the weather radio on, it always does that. So yeah. And then this is my HH50B since I got this for my 16th birthday, and that was like 2 months, or actually no, a month or two since I had this, and it's pretty cool. Okay, if you have any questions, go ahead. I would love to hear some questions from you guys. What is up, Galaxy Emerald Tristan 2K6? Do you like shiitake mushrooms? I'm not a huge fan of him, but I do like. I've saw his videos before. The only one I remembered about shiitake mushroom is that I saw the first Comedy World video that he made, and it was pretty funny. Even though I've made Comedy World videos before, but I mean, I like Comedy World. It's my favorite. Leland, it is time to get up and go to school. What is up, Jeremiah, Fogel, SpongeBob, SquarePants, Pokemon Gamer? But anyway, if you have any questions, go ahead. Do you plan to repair alarms in the future? I'm not a huge a Derby fire alarm fan. I'm not talking about the user who has a lot of subscribers, but I'm actually talking about another type of fire alarm. I am not actually a huge fire alarm person. I'm actually a huge EAS person, as you can see, since I'm a huge EAS person. And I've been in the EAS community since 3 years ago. I think it was about 3 or 4. And the EAS community has been the most calm community I've ever been, and it's been the best community. It's been calming down for a long time. The reason I call it the best EAS community is because when you're in the EAS community, all I see is that you catch warnings and some alerts. And those are the best types of things you can do in the EAS community. I am very sorry if I didn't get to see any questions, but let me just look. What are your thoughts on my radio about to go off and explode here in a minute? I mean, your radios are pretty great. I mean, I don't know what radios you got, but they're pretty cool. I mean, you usually upload different videos, something like Beyond and other stuff. By the way, what is up, EAS Alabama Productions? What is up? If you guys, I'm sorry if you're late, but you the test I made. But don't worry. At least once I already end the stream, it may upload for a while. It takes a long time for it to upload, and it may pop up. So it may pop up later or tomorrow. So if you don't want to miss it, just go ahead and just wait patiently when I'm done ending the stream. It just takes a while. That can sometimes take a long time for YouTube to upload it. But anyway, if you guys have any questions, go ahead. Again, no inappropriate questions and no personal questions. Man, I'm firing up today. I got myself a 120 HH54B EX374B 1 LaCrosse and a 12521. Well, that's cool for you. I do have a Millen WR120. And what else did you say? HH54B. I do not have that. I do not have those, but I do have the 120. I used to have a Millen WR100, but not anymore. I do not have a LaCrosse, and I do have the 12521. Probably, wait, because I got a... Wait, what did you say? Because I got to watch. Question, how much radios do you own, and which one do you think is your favorite radio? That's a good question. I'm glad you asked me for it. My favorite radios is the WR120, the Radio Shack 12521, this one, that one, and this one. Or actually, I have a better idea. I can pick my number one's favorite radio. These are the two of my favorite radios. Sorry if I was showing all my favorites. I probably should use only one or two. So yeah, these two are the favorite radios I love. And what else did you say? I'm trying to see the comments, but I'm trying to push. Okay. How much radios do you own? How much do I own? I mean, I get those radios at thrift stores because every time I buy these radios at thrift stores, they always work. And I'm really smart at buying these radios. And even if it doesn't have an AC adapter, I actually have a different AC adapters that work for my radios. And they always work whenever I plug them. Sometimes it doesn't work, but sometimes it takes time. You just got to find a perfect plug for your radios. And I even got this, and it did have a cord around it while I got it. So yeah, also those radios that I bought, they sometimes when I'm at a thrift store, it costs around like sometimes $1, sometimes $2, and sometimes $3. Excuse me. But it's a pretty good. You can buy any radios that work. I mean, sometimes when you find them, they don't work. Okay, so I don't want to forget. So yeah, I don't want to forget. I'm just here to show you guys this. As you can see, this is my flight to Alaska. As you can see, I am going to be at the Nashville airport, which is going to be the only airport I'm going to be at once I fly. And then the first stop will be right there, Minneapolis, St. Paul, which is Minnesota, and I may record the broadcast cycle. And then the final destination is Anchorage, Alaska, on the south. And if you're gonna ask me which plane I'm gonna be on, I'm gonna be on Delta Airlines. Again, if you're gonna ask me what time, I don't know what time I'm gonna be on a plane. I honestly do not know. But the only day is going to be Friday, which is going to be 3 days once I go. Good luck on your flight. Well, thank you. What is your opinion on September 11, 2001? Oh, you're talking about 9/11. 9/11. Well, to be honest, 9/11 is really bad. And it's like, I mean, because some Osama bin Laden, or whatever you want to call it, has destroyed a little bit of the cities in New York. And, I mean, I think my parents have seen. I mean, they were not in New York, but they were like in a different state because they heard it. I mean, good thing that Osama bin Laden died by the U.S. soldiers, since he just wants to destroy it because it's not perfect. Anyway, I don't want to talk about Islam or anything, but I do respect people who are Islamophobic, etc. I'm always respectful to people, so. Anyway, when you get the first ES alarms in the child, in case if there's any alerts such as like some severe weather. I mean, in Alaska there will be like I said, in the 60s it will be a bit warm, and during the 40s it will get cold. What is your opinion on tornado watches / warnings? To be honest, in my opinion, it's really cool because I mostly catch tornado warnings and severe thunderstorm watches, tornado watches, and other types of warnings / watches. I've been catching a lot of severe weather during spring, and it's been gone crazy. Cause it's pretty crazy how I've been catching these alerts by the time. But and what else? I even remember back in January, which is like the 25th, I even caught a tornado warning which was issued for my county. And the only city in Alabama was Fultondale, because Fultondale was, if you guys don't know, Fultondale is on the north of Birmingham, and I mean, it's not inside of the city, but it's actually like a few miles away from Birmingham. And the high school got a little damaged, and some houses got damaged. And my mom went to school there when she was young, and she was very sad about it. And it takes a while for people to clean all the mess and damage that it caused by the tornado. But all you have to do is just work hard and just like do stuff. What's your opinion on me? Well, you're cool. If you guys have like seen, if you guys are enjoying my EAS contents, I hope you guys are, because I'm enjoying making my EAS content. I live in the Baldwin County, Alabama. I don't really get too much. Sorry. Oh, that's cool. For me, I live in Jefferson County, because Jefferson is the only county I live, since I live in the center of Alabama, which is Birmingham. And I've been mostly getting warnings, not as much. I haven't got any severe weather since during the summer. Usually in winter, I always get a lot of severe weather. I'm not gonna lie, but I always get a lot of severe weather. What's your opinion on me? You're awesome and you're cool. So yeah, winter is only the most season day that I've been getting during severe weather. It's been going crazy. Of course, I am 16 years old. Yes, I am 16. That means I'm gonna drive, but I'm not pretty much ready to drive. But I'm hoping to get my permit tomorrow if I get a good grade on it. I've never seen a tornado in real life because it's been a long time and I've never seen one. Because if I saw one, I would have recorded it and put it on YouTube. That would have been crazy if I got a lot of viewers. But so yeah, Alaska, again, as I was saying about Alaska, like what you were telling me, I may catch some warnings in Alaska, but the required weekly test in Alaska issues every Wednesday around 11 a.m., which is the only day that it's only issued. So don't want to forget about it. Fairbanks has got a severe thunderstorm warning before. That was about 2 years ago. And it's not a fake one, it's actually a real one that was on a different station. Opinion on 2020 hurricane season. About your 2020 hurricane season. To be honest, I mean, it's been going a bit crazy. I have no clue what to say about 2020 hurricane season. So yeah, Alaska, I may catch some snow warnings, some winter weather warnings, and blizzard warnings. We'll see, but usually, when you get a winter weather advisory, there's not an EAS alert. They only just issued it, and not just any alerts. But tsunami warnings have been issued before. Because if you guys haven't checked on Piggy Pork Chop's channel, if you haven't seen his video, he actually caught some alerts from Alaska before. The only ones he caught was winter storm warning, which was issued from Juneau, Alaska. He even caught a required monthly test for Alaska and Hawaii, and he even caught a tsunami warning, which was for Alaska. And it only hit towards Sandpoint, and it only hit it towards... I don't remember. There was only one more thing. Do you like Google? Of course I do like Google. Google is the best website you can use, because I mean, it's the popular site you can use. You can search everything. If you go into Alaska during the winter season, how would you feel if you were outside for at least 1 minute? At least 1 minute? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I do have some clothes that I'll be bringing in Alaska because it's going to get very, very cold. And promise me, I will protect myself. I do have some jackets right here on my door. And I do have heavy coats because usually when I wear a light jacket, I just don't even feel warm enough. Chromium. To be honest, Chromium is not pretty much great, but at least you can like make some Go animated videos using that. Do you hear about Yasunami? I don't even know what you're talking about. So yeah, bring all your winter clothes. I will, absolutely. The only ones I have is some shorts, some shirts, polo shirts, some hats, some pajamas, some button-up clothings, and some other types of clothes. I mean, I'm just hoping I can protect myself and not get too frostbited. And I hope I don't get frozen. Don't get in the froze cold. Or Boogle. I have a recon weather radio. Well, that's cool. I do not have a recon, but I'm hoping to get one in Alaska maybe someday. If you're going to Alaska, which location really, unless if it's Anchorage? That's a good question. If you, like I said before, I am going to live in the southeast of Anchorage. Since I'm only going to live there at an apartment, as I was saying. Since it's going to be like a few miles away from where I'm at, and it's pretty cool. What's your opinion on Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man? Pac-Man is awesome. I actually remember playing Pac-Man when I was a little kid. And Miss Pac-Man, I actually heard, but I have no words about that. Again, I'm hoping to visit Fairbanks one day and just like visit there, since Fairbanks is in the central. Oh, and Alaska does have trains. I mean, it only has about like probably a few trains because when you're in the train, it takes you to Fairbanks. Because I mean, it takes about a few hours to go to Anchorage. I mean, well, to Anchorage to Fairbanks. It just takes a while for it to ride. But yeah, again, I will be donating these 2 radios right here. I actually don't know if I should donate this, because this one, since I ever bought this again, this one was having a problem. I don't know what's wrong with these. And I'm also gonna be bringing these, since these radios are the best radios, and especially this one, since I'm gonna bring this one. So, but anyway, what is up, Electrify? But anyway, if you if you're gonna ask me what radios you got, you can ask me which radios you got. But I hope you guys enjoy protecting your radios, and make sure you just be careful, because sometimes radios can sometimes have trouble with the battery. That sometimes causes a problem. But yeah, you just gotta remember, just find a perfect radio. Don't get something that's a little dirty, because sometimes when you're at a thrift store, it sometimes doesn't have a thing on the back. As what I'm talking about is this one on the back. Sometimes if you find this one just goes off. I'm not talking about the alert, but the one on the back, the battery pack, or should I call it a battery pocket? Like sometimes if you find this, it's gone missing. That can usually happen. I've seen those before. And sometimes that usually happens whenever I'm at thrift stores and shopping. Would you go to place for any mountain? I actually been to some mountains before. I actually been to a few mountains in Alaska, but I'm actually not a huge mountain person. But I actually remember being on the skiing place, and it's been pretty cool. But yeah, but Alaska was my first time visiting. Okay, guys, I'm gonna end the stream in just a few minutes, but if which radio you got the most? The radios I've got the most is this one, because I had this radio since about a year or two, and I even like this one, and especially this one since I got this a long time, and so does that one. But so yeah. Why not you tell me what radios you got? I would love to hear from you EAS users around there. If you are going to ask me what radios, I mean, you can tell me which radios you got, and I would love to hear from you. I actually already heard it from SBC Cleveland, since it's pretty cool. He has a few radios. But I can ask y'all what your favorite radios you got. Do you own any Eton radios? No, I do not have an Eton, but I actually remember when I was at a store in Alaska, I actually saw an Eton. It was like an emergency crank radio. SBC Mobile does have one, and it's pretty cool that he has that radio. I don't think I should get one, because I mean, I just don't want to get so many radios so it doesn't all go off. I'm just being honest. Well, that's good. Your favorite one is 120. Same here, but I do like this and that one, since these radios I got are the best. What else? Okay, I own an Eton Red Cross FR63. Well, that's cool. The only store I've been to was Walmart. And at Walmart, they do have a Midland WR120, as you can find them. And there's also a Midland Crank ER10. I don't know what it, ER210? Oh yeah, ER210. If you guys can buy it, you can buy it at any store. Do you like Blu-ray? I'm not a huge fan of Blu-ray, but I'm not pretty much a huge fan of it. Is there a Pizza Hut in Alaska? I am not so sure, but I have not paid attention at what restaurants they have. But I remember when I went to a different pizza restaurant in Alaska, and it's pretty good. So yeah. Well, anyways, guys, I hope you guys are enjoying my live stream I made. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Last question, probably. Favorite alert, warning, advisory. My favorite alerts, I mean, there's a lot of alerts I've caught. My favorite one is the tornado warning, severe thunderstorm warning, flash flood warning, and flood advisories, and even a flood warning. So yeah, well, anyway, that is all I wanted to say. I hope you guys enjoyed watching the stream. And this was my last EAS required weekly test for KIH54. If you did, I hope you guys liked, comment, and subscribe. And I hope you guys enjoyed in Alaska. Well, anyways, guys, I shall go from now. This is your boy Landon, and your final job to KIH54 is over. Moving to Alaska. and my name is no longer SPC Birmingham. My new name will be SPC Anchorage. Even though I'm not going to change my new username, I'm still going to be using Landon the ES Guy 2005 as my username. But this is me. Peace out, and have a good summer break, and wish me luck in Anchorage.